The most gentrified show on Bravo is now Ghetto. Like, what are we doing? Let's talk. First things first. Brooks, you need to take your scary ass off this show, or you need to come back with 3 pit bulls and a chain. That's it. I'm sorry. There's no other answer for Brooks. Brooks, this man just ate your entire family tree up in 3 sentences. He said that he's still gonna fuck on Chloe, or he don't want to fuck on Chloe. Either way, he's still spoke on Chloe. Then he called your daddy a house husband. That's shade to your mother. You didn't even catch that. And then he said your dad is the least respectable person in the world. The world. Brooks, if you don't come back and just swing on Charlie, if you don't free his scalp, stop playing on yourself. This is my thing. Ever since Jen Shah showed her pussy and said she was going to get her Twitter stance to slap the fuck out that twink, ever since then, Brooks has been, yeah, I mean, I could throw a little shade, but don't come at me. When I tell you, I can't stand that type of personality. I can't stand none of that. Brooks, come back what you were on season 1. When Jen was doing them Barbie scissor kicks in the air showing pussy, like, you need to come back on that. Brooks, Charlie just said your dad is the least respectable person in the planet. First of all, you were gagged because you talking about some. No. Charlie needs to. What are you do? This show is ghetto. Because first of all, let me go back. So we're introduced to these people on this show in season 1 as descendants of Bravo, except for Georgia and Charlie. Like, I don't know what Charlie got going on. I really thought Charlie was Charlie Puth for like half the season, and then I was just like, so what is this guy? Like, what's going on with him? We're introduced to Georgia. I don't know what she got going on. She was dating some dude named Omar. Look, I'm not gonna get into Georgia, but Georgia came on this show dirty, greasy. She told us she didn't wash her hands, and before Georgia even told us that she didn't wash her hands, I knew Georgia didn't wash her hands. Georgia looked like she don't wash her hands. Georgia looked like that. She go into the bathroom. If she shit, you know, she might douse her hand in water, and then she do this. And then she still got shit particles in her hair. Like, no shade. That is exactly what Georgia gives me. No, actually, yeah. So we're introduced to Ariana and Riley. Lil Wig and Lil Mama Joyce Wig, okay? This is what we're gonna say. Notice how when Riley threw that when Riley was about to throw that glass at that white girl, when I tell you Candy threw that Mama Joyce wig on so quickly, I thought she was in Sheree's closet. That's how quickly she threw that. That shit was even moving like the way. Remember when Sheree asked Kenya, "You still wearing them contacts, girl?" And then she was saying, "Oh, you look stupid." She's like, "And you really look pathetic in that tired Mama Joyce wig and stuff and everything." And Sheree was like, she's like, "It's fabulous." She's like, "It's kind." She said, "You power walked out." But anyway, that's how quick. I'm telling you, I really thought Candy was in Sheree's closet. I don't care what nobody says. I thought Candy was in Sheree's closet. Because how did she get that exact Mama Joyce wig down to the, girl, I'm saying down to the fringe of the bob. Okay, anyway. We introduced to Little Wig and Baby Mama Joyce, okay? They come off on the show in season 1 like they besties. Sorry, I'm bouncing around. They come off on the show like they besties. But in the second season, we actually find out that they're not as close as they were, which is kind of to be inferred, but I just don't understand the whole point of them doing all of that in the first season. I wish they would have kind of done it from a reunion angle versus them being, "Oh, this has always been my girl. We've been best friends since this and that and everything." And we're like, girl, when we introduced to Gia, she Teresa's daughter. Gia's gorgeous, but Gia just, to me, I don't know what Gia's doing with her life. Gia and Riley, to me, like, y'all both are lawyers, but it's just like, sometimes when they talk, I'm just like, so we have coloring books in law school? Like, what's going on? And then, who else were we introduced to in the first season? Shy. I'm sorry, I don't know what's up with Shy. Shy gives me that he goes to the methadone clinic in between filming scenes. I'm sorry. I don't know if Shy has a disease or if he has something going on health-wise in the background. I am so sorry. I am wholeheartedly apologetic. But Shy be coming up in there with coffee stains on his shirt. His sweater be looking like he got yanked up on the subway. I'm telling you, he be having, it looked like almost he adding bags under his eyes. It looked like he got... And then he want to always play defensive. Like, I do not like the character of Shy. I know this is a reality show. This might be his real personality, but to me, these are shows, so these are characters, and this is just the reality situation of, like, testing, putting these personas, types, and these people like this in a scenario, and let's see what's gonna happen. Like in baddies, it's like, let's see what happens if we put like 10 beautiful women who like to fight in a room. They're gonna fight, but you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like they might be really being themselves, but this is like the character, like the producers know what you are. I do not like whatever Shy is doing with this whole, I have a crush on every girl, but I don't know if every girl likes me, like, you know. And me and Riley, we're like besties, and we go way back. But Riley's always tripping when she's going against the girls that I like. That character, it's a flop. It's a flop. It's a flop. Ugh, I just spit on myself. It's a flop. I'm sorry. What? This is not the CW. This is Bravo. Get your shit together. I'm sorry. Charlie come up in there. Charlie looks like someone unrolled him from a rug. Like, Charlie looks like he got his ass whooped, and then instead of killing him, they just wrapped him up and then put him in a little rug, and then they just threw him on the street, David Ruffin style. Like, I'm just so confused with Charlie. I don't know. Charlie's got a lot going on. So, anyway, and then we're introduced to Amira. Amira is an influencer and a vlogger. I do not know her from that. I actually know Amira as the first trans black woman I believe she's the first just trans period, but trans black woman to be a Victoria's Secret model or to go on the catwalk. Anyway, round, you go, girl. But can I be honest? Because I don't know her as an influencer. I didn't know she was vlogging. I didn't know she was ticking on the talk. I didn't know she was doing all of that. I do not like the personality or the confessionals of Amira. We're introduced to Hudson, whose daddy made Zaxby's. Zaxby's is real good, so I don't have any complaints about Hudson. At least in the first season, I don't have no complaints about Hudson's. I thought he didn't play about Ariana. I said, you better get on. Big Wig. But no, there was just nothing else about, like, there was nothing to say about them. In the first season, the biggest plights were like them trying to figure out transportation. Them trying to figure out, like, oh, how am I going to survive living here? How am I going to like living here? You go to Jersey City. You go to Atlantic City. You go, like, this is, like, literally, I'm telling you, the plights in the first season were so, like, this small. Like, it was just so, it was nothing. There was, the only controversy was that Charlie kept talking shit. And everybody's like, how can you talk shit? And these are people in New York. And they're saying to each other, how can you talk shit? I forgot about Ava Dash. Where do I start with Ava Dash? Where do I start with Ava Dash? I really do not know where to start with Ava Dash. I'm just saying, if you've watched Ava Dash on Grown Up Hip Hop, now granted, that is such a scripted reality show, but I love that show. I'm sorry. I did. It gave everything. But if you watched Ava on Grown Up Hip Hop, Ava comes about, like, in the first season, she comes like she's doing them a favor by showing up. She's like, oh, I'm booked, busy, and on high demand. Like, she was like, girl, I'm a model. I do this for real. She was like, Amira, who? She said, no, the mirror is me. Like, she said, look in the mirror, Amira. It's like this and that and everything. Like, I'm being so for real. Ava was nowhere to be found the first season. Like, literally, I forgot she was even in the show. She has all these confessionals. I think, but Ava carries herself like she's Blue Ivy. No shade. And I don't mean to bring up her mama, but Ava, you carry yourself like you are Blue Ivy. Ava carries herself like she is. You would think Ava's mama was Holly Berry. Like, no shade. You would think Ava's mom is Rachel Roy and Dame Dash. Girl, those people have had the word broke next to their name on Google, like, since, like, forever. So it's not like, okay, Dame Dash has not had a comeback. He has not had nothing. Yeah, he got his revenge with Lee Daniels. Okay. Precious came out when Michael Jackson died. Girl, we're here. We're now. Like, so nothing. Ava can't get no clout off Dame Dash. That's all I'm gonna say. If Ghetto, because we started out with season 2, everybody having a group chat talking about how Charlie, best friends or roommates, is getting on Daily Mail because he got kidnapping and assault charges, and the New York Post posting about it and talking about it and everything. This is whoa. Like, right in the first season, it was such a big deal when Riley said, Georgia, are you dumb? And then here we go in the second season. Now, I know they saying Charlie ain't had nothing to do with it. He just, the roommate or whatever and stuff and everything. Now, Charlie best friends with somebody who up here got kidnapping and assault charges. Y'all need help. Y'all need Jesus. Y'all need something. I don't know what is going on over there. Like I said, no, first of all, and then as much as I can't say that Brooks is like Brooks is pussyfooting. First of all, he's mulling around the mulberry. He's doing whatever he is, but Brooks needs to say with his chest. First of all, Charlie, you scare me. Like, first of all, you scare me, and I'm a viewer at home minding my black ass business. What are you talking about? Kidnapping charges. And you cool with him? You cool with him? Oh, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. No, ain't no. First of all, wouldn't be nothing to talk about. Like, that's what I'm saying. I said, I don't know what y'all be getting into. I don't know what's going on over there. I almost feel like Charlie is being filmed because he's in this situation. I said, you know how Bravo is, you know, BRAVO FBI. Okay. I said, Brooks over there, he doing Meredith Marks FBI too. You know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what Charlie got going on. We getting in the next situation. Riley about to throw a glass at Georgia because Riley started a situation. She started the argument. She said, oh, you ever just have somebody that just gets on your nerves so much, they trigger you. Here comes Candy. Candy coming through. Exact same fringe. That bob, the fringe on that bob was the same fringe when Sheree was wearing that tired Mama Joyce wig. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say too much. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to say too much. Riley's talking about, oh, Georgia gets on my nerves, this and that and everything. Now, if you get mad because Georgia's dirty, I completely understand. Because certain people, there's a level of funk and dirtiness you have to get away from me. Because now I feel like there's a level of funk and dirtiness that you have to get away from me. Because now I feel like you're trying to be funny. Now I feel like you're doing, like, biohazard warfare. Like, now I feel like you coming at me with, like, biohazard stuff. Like, back away from me. Like, there's a level of funk and dirtiness. Like, we gotta be a little bit more common. Like, you should not, like, girl, wash your hands, get away from me, because then now I'm gonna start thinking you like capable of doing something crazy. Because if washing your hands is a problem for you, oh, I know you have a problem with authority. Oh, yo, let me move on, because I'm bouncing all over the place. But I really just want to rant about the show. I'm not here to do a review. I'm not here to go by scene by scene by scene by scene. I'm really not here for all of that. I'm just here to run my mouth. So here come Hudson in season 2. Hudson, first season, Hudson was, I'm just a little southern boy from Georgia, you know. I stand behind my girl. I stand behind Riley. Or, not Riley, what's that girl's name? Ariana. You know, I stand behind my girl. I stand behind Ariana. You know. Don't disrespect her. You know, here he go. I don't know what Hudson's going through. Riley be talking about in code language. Like, she's like, you know, I just worry about Hudson because he's, you know, he could be influenced quickly, and, you know, there's that crowd, and, you know, Charlie. Now, I get that, too. Charlie definitely using Hudson for money. Whether Hudson paying $10 on Subway, or he just, you know, he doing something. I do not think any friendship Charlie has is free. I think it is all transactional. But that's, who would I be? Who would I be? Like, even the people on the show, like, you know, they're all, like, trying to be his friend for, like, the purpose of the show. Hudson come on season 2. He's dressed like Jelly Roll. He's dressed like Fat Joe. He's talking about God. He's talking about, I'm going through a heartbreak. Let me show you what I got in my bag. He said, let me show you how to flex on him real quick. He said, big Hudson, not the little one. He said, that's the real Hudson River, this money flow. I said, okay, Hudson. Okay, Hudson. Okay, Hudson. But this is my thing. Hudson gives lame. Sorry, he does. He does. He does. Ariana talking about, oh, I'm sorry. Ariana was talking in code like he's slow. So I was just like, okay. So I said, so no shade. So someone could just, you know, bunk Hudson on top of his head, and then he just give up $1 million or something. Like, I don't know. Hudson just, the way she was talking about him, I was just like, either Hudson, the way she was talking about it, the way I inferred it, because she just kept talking about how she's so worried about him and how he can just follow into the wrong crowds and be influenced by. Either Hudson would end up giving away all of his money, or Hudson would be friends with people who would, like, get him hooked up on, like, the wrong substances. I don't know. That's just what I took. In season 2, they introducing us to Macaulay Culkin's, like, 18th little brother. I'm telling you, I thought Macaulay was the youngest. Here come Macaulay Culkin's little brother in season 2. He having dinner with this girl named Kendall and Spike Lee's son, but I can't remember what Spike Lee's son's name is, but I just know that's Spike Lee's son because, you know, he be sitting next to his daddy at the games. But, here come Liam. Liam, he's like, he just like Shy. I do not like that personality. I'm sorry. We already got somebody who like they on drugs. We already got somebody who's insecure. We already got somebody who will they, won't they. We already got somebody who's, oh man, I'm just a lost puppy in the woods looking for love. No, we already got that archetype. So us getting Liam, even though Liam is supposed to be like some type of villain or archetype enemy of Hudson, it just gives at the same time, lame, sorry, loser, sorry. I don't know. Like, it's just like, what? What? This is a random stranger. They talk about Liam was a Nickelodeon star. I watch Nickelodeon every year. Even today. I watch Nickelodeon every day. Where is Liam? They talk about Liam was on some Nickelodeon España show. Like, I'm telling you, Liam was on a Nickelodeon show that they only play in Taiwan. I promise you, because Liam, I did not see Liam on anything. I have not seen him. I even went back, looked up the shows, looked at his little IMDb, and watched the episode of the show he was on. And I was just like, Liam was not. Y'all be lying. Oh my God. Just kidding now. But no, Liam, the show was on Nickelodeon. But at the same time, I was just like, okay. Like saying child star, you were 30 in the show. So, and now you're 31. So, I'm like, this is, am I delusional? I don't know. I think I am. But, so Liam's coming in there. He's like, oh, you know, first of all, I'm not even trying to be funny. Liam up there offering to fix Ariana's closet or wardrobe or something. And then she still got the thumbtack, man, because that's a smart girl. Go ahead, do your thing, mama. But at the same time, Liam don't know what he's doing. Why are you offering to do something you don't know how to do? That's not romantic. Why are you playing in my face? I do not understand that. I'm so confused. When I tell you I was so offended and so confused when I was watching the show, I was like, this is so... This broke ghetto white boy think he can just come up in here and steal the scene, steal the show, come steal Ariana, the princess, from Hudson, the loser, billionaire descendant. Okay, girl, we're not on CW, so he needs to take that back to 2006 because we're not there no more. We're not there in the storyline. Do you see the economy we are in? We are not here for the storyline of the broke boy coming in between the millionaire and this and that. Because I think Ariana could easily find herself another Hudson. Like, she looks more than well and more than capable of being able to do so. I honestly think Ariana could make a lane for herself without depending on a man. But, you know, who would I be to give her life advice? Like, she's clearly doing better than me. But, moving on. So then, we in season 2. We're in, I don't know if it's the 3rd episode, 4th episode, 5th episode. But, in the first episode, Ava's talking about, oh, me and my daddy got evicted. First of all, your daddy been broke. So you getting a place with him is crazy. If you type Dame-B, it doesn't come up Beyonce. I promise you it comes up broke. I promise you. Okay. Ava on this show, Ava thinks she is what she was on Growing Up Hip Hop Girl. You were put on a totem pole. But on this show, girl, like, Ava just is, I don't know. Ava is a trip. That's all I can say about her. Ava is a trip. I be like looking at her and I'm just like, this girl is a trip. That's all I can say. So Ava all of a sudden she want to play mediator for everybody. I'm like, girl, she dating some guy named Hook. Here we go. Show is ghetto. Ava dating some guy named Hook. Now what? That's the name, Hook. All right. Nobody wants to be seen with Charlie. Nobody wants their brands associated with Charlie. Okay. All right. Shy, I don't know what Shy has going on. I really don't. He's trying to be there for Ariana. He's trying to be there for Riley. He's trying to get to know Brooke Shields' daughter. Oh, by the way, Brooke Shields' daughter is on the show. And Brooke Shields, this show, I'm telling you, the mess. This was nothing in first season. Brooke Shields' daughter, she up there drinking with her mama, getting her hair done. Clock it. Okay. I said, I 100% believe this is probably a normal day for Brooke Shields and her daughter. She pull out her mama ashes. That's what I'm, okay. All right. Okay. Brooke Shields' mama. Let's transition to the next scene, okay? All of a sudden, Amira is best friends with Charlie. Amira, girl, if you don't stop playing for these cameras. So in tonight's episode, or the episode I just watched, right? Everybody's like, oh, first of all, Ava, I do not like scenes where I see people saying, you should go talk to that person, you should go talk to that person. Them people are 6 feet away from each other with 2 cameras in both of their faces from 2 different angles. They know they're going to have to talk. They keep looking at each other. Why are we saying you should go talk to them? Y'all trying to hurry up the scene so y'all can go home. But anyway, I don't like scenes like that. Sometimes I wish they were even cut if needed. Because it's like, yeah, even if at the reunion you could be like, well, Ava told me to go talk to them. It's still like, y'all going to have to talk either way. So, what are we on? What's really going on? Charlie gathers up Brooks' whole family tree. I mean, dang, at one point, Brooks, I said, get back. Like, stand behind me. Like, I might have to come in and help you. But, this is really what I want to talk about. Let me just, Georgia, come to the front. Come to the front. I just want to talk to you real quick. Georgia, you raggedy. At first you was dirty, but now you raggedy. Why did you wait a year to tell Amira that? And if you did not agree with what Charlie said, why did you have to wait a year to tell Amira that? Like, let's just clock it. Georgia, Charlie said that to you because you think like him, okay? Y'all were having some type of conversation multiple times, and he said that to you because you think like him, and he thought y'all were on one band, one sound. He thought y'all were doing the Cookie and Moses and Ned little walk. He thought y'all were on one step together. He thought y'all were doing everything. He told you that multiple times, not for you to tell a mirror, because he thought that you was mirroring his perspective, his opinions. He already clocked it. He said, you know how I feel, but I can't talk about that. What are we doing? Georgia, your hands are dirty, and it's not because you don't wash them. Girl, why would you wait a year to say that? And then you smiling all up in this girl's face. I really thought Mira was reaching with the Ozempic thing, because no shade, girl, how we gonna know you on Ozempic? And stuff and everything. Like, Georgia is saying, oh, are you on Ozempic? Girl, everybody on Ozempic. No shade. No shade. Second a celebrity lose weight. Is it Ozempic? Okay. Didn't mean, first of all, I thought Riley was bugging. I didn't know if Riley had something slipped in her drink. I really did not know what was going on with Riley. I really was like, I didn't know if Riley was having a manic episode. I didn't know what was going on. I said, all I could think of when I saw Riley was, this has to be why Candy doesn't drink. Because, like, there are some people, because of their family having alcohol problems, and, you know, Candy has talked to us about Mama Joyce having, used to have an alcohol problem, and now she's sober. But, like, 1 cup of alcohol will get them litty. So, I didn't know if that was what Riley was going through, even though Riley was taking them shots back like it was, like, spring break or something. But I was just like, girl, why we throwing? First of all, Riley had the Birkin to back up whatever she was saying, though. So I was like, everybody wants to be like, oh my God, Riley, that was so rude. That's because they didn't have a Birkin at that table to back Riley up off of Georgia, okay? Because Georgia couldn't back Riley off of her, because Georgia, like, girl, you had open air and opportunity to get Riley up off your shoulder, and you would have been in the right. But guess what happened? Instead, you looking for, oh my God. You're looking for everybody to come at your aid, girl. This is New York. What are y'all doing? Oh my goodness. I was so confused because Riley really was picking with Georgia. Like, I was just like, this is so weird. Ariana, do something. Ariana did all that she could, and there's really, like, only so much you can do. You know, hey, I don't control you. You control yourself. So what you do after this point, I tried. But, you know, at the same time, it was just like, girl, where's this coming from, Riley? Like, where are we going? Where's this coming from? You see how quickly Candy got Riley up out of there? Riley had one mistake on the show, and she said, get up out of here. Get up out of there. She said, you know, you was in the right for the first situation. She said, this situation, Riley knew she was in the wrong. That's why she couldn't even fathom the words to say it. She had enough words to say how Ariana was in the wrong. But then when she had to talk to Mama Joyce's wig, she was just up there saying that, she just triggers me, you know, this and that and everything. I totally understand. There's certain personality types that trigger me as well. But at the same time, I'm just like, man, I can't get ready to swing. Like, what are we doing? Nobody knows what Rocky Horror Picture Show is. I don't care. Like, I actually am offended that nobody knows what Rocky Horror Picture Show is, because it's something you can look up. You guys had a Pinterest board group chat, and nobody had enough common sense to look up the movie. I do not want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear anything about you guys not knowing what that is. I actually find it lazy, and I think it's weird, and I don't know what that says about the upcoming generations just not even having curiosity about the past. Because that just makes it a doomed future, okay? Like, what are we doing? And then you're going into a place that is themed for it. Are you okay? Oh my goodness. And then here come Amira. I feel like I'm overdressed. Girl, you're not dressed on theme. You are overdressed. You're not on theme. Now, your outfit was so cute. It was reminding me of that one really good season photo that the Real Housewives of Atlanta did, and Eva was sitting in there with that bustier. I cannot remember what season that was, but Amira's dress was so gorgeous, but it didn't even fit Halloween. Like, girl, I didn't even know it was Halloween except for that little paint slab you had on your neck. Girl, I'm not gonna go there. This is the gag. So Brooks gets ate up by Charlie after everybody bullies Brooks into going to talk to Charlie. Charlie eats up Brooks, and then Brooks goes back in the corner and fades into obscurity. I promise you. So Liam and Ariana confront Shy, because Shy is going to Hudson saying, oh, well, Liam is doing weird. I would tell Hudson too, but I wouldn't even tell Hudson because of caring about Ariana or Hudson's relationship. I would just say, this guy is weird. He just joined the group. He just joined the show. Like, literally, he said he was on Nickelodeon. And then when I look him up, it takes me 3 minutes to find the show. I didn't know who Liam was. Liam don't know who he is. But that's for another time. I said, oh my God. While Ariana and Liam are confronting Shy about Shy running his mouth, but really they need to be confronting Charlie, because Charlie was the one that said the F word, but whatever. It really wasn't nothing, because they both were saying the same message. It's just that Shy was pulling a Brooks and acting like he couldn't say nothing, but whatever. But while they're doing that, here comes Gia. She up there, she got her lapel mic up there for her podcast, and she up there like, what's going on? I want to hear what's going on. So she don't even talk like that, but here she come, and it's Shy. He got all the heat on him, so he trying to make room. He trying to finesse and move things around so that he don't have to even focus on what Ariana is saying. He trying to make sure that he tended to a woman, trying to make him look like the hero while he getting his like freaking ear chewed up. But anyway, so to the point, they squishing Kendall. Kendall, girl, you need to come back on season 3. And when I tell you, come in there with Nikes on, come in there with a boyfriend that is more successful than all of them, and then come in there with your hair braided all the way straight back, cornrows, and just start swinging on them girls. I want you to cut them deep in the knees. I want you to run your mouth like it is a razor, girl. Like, I want you to just... I want you to get them girls with the razor. And then 3, I need you to be, if they gotta fight because they too dumb to argue back with you, I need you to already have boxing lessons ready. I need you to at least have 4 boxing lessons underneath your belt, so that if the girls hit you, you can just swing. Because Gia give me that she'll flip a couch over and then hit you from behind. So please be careful. But Kendall, you got compared to paint dry. You got called a shadow. They edited a shadow over you and made you look like you wasn't even in the scene, girl. Girl, are you okay? I need to figure out what Kendall did. Did Kendall piss somebody off? What's going on? Because all I've seen is Kendall be disregarded, and Kendall, they keep putting a moniker or they keep putting titles and stuff by her name, but I just don't understand why it is almost like Kendall is irrelevant, and why even when Liam is talking to Kendall, it looks like he don't care to talk to Kendall. I know Charlie and I believe Shy, they said that, oh, she's secretly in love with Liam. Make that a storyline. Let's get on with that. I feel like Liam's roommates are Spike Lee's son and Kendall. I feel like those 2 people could have been a better addition, and then we could have came at the angle of, who is this guy Liam that is also friends with this person who is going to be joining the group. I don't know. I just feel like Liam just coming in straight off the bat. Liam, you're not even Liam. Okay, Liam is as boring as McCormick Spices. I just don't know what to say about Liam and stuff and everything. I mean, I loved his brother in Home Alone, but for me personally, Liam is just boring. I just don't know what Liam has going on. But this is the real gag. This is what made me have to come down here to YouTube. This is what made me have to come down here and run my mouth. When I say Charlie, you are going to be coughing in 3 days. I promise you. I 100% believe Georgia must have either been really, really inappropriate beyond what they showed us. I already can see how Amira would not be comfortable just based off of, girl, why are you not touching on Omar? Girl, why are you touching on Kevin? But anyway, I get it. You're talking, and some people just don't notice that they're using their hands. That's what we just saw on Bad Boys. We just saw Sace kick, Corey into the next realm after he kept touching him, and he was like, well, girl, that's just how I talk. So I understand the point of view, but my issue is, so Georgia and Charlie clearly have had this conversation multiple times, because she even herself said that Charlie has said this multiple times. And Amira, clock it, girl, thank you for this. And it's so interesting that Georgia waited till after Charlie and Amira had even made up. But it's perfect that they did this, because it's nothing but production. It's nothing but chaos and confusion. Because then Amira would have never talked or even made up with Charlie before finding out that information. Amira would have just up and left the scene. But anyway, it's interesting to me that clearly Georgia said that Charlie has said this multiple times. Amira asked, in what context have y'all even had this conversation, or has this sentence came up? Amira said, when we were talking about the Kevin situation, this, that, and everything. So Charlie clearly has talked to Georgia multiple times about how it makes Amira feel uncomfortable about Georgia's behavior around Kevin. Clock it. So, next thing that Georgia says that Charlie always rebuttals in their conversation is that basically, I could pull up the exact quote in a second. basically it doesn't matter because Kevin's a gay man. So if he is flirting with you, he's not gonna sleep with you, girl, because he's gay. So he's gonna stay with Amira because Amira has he's gonna stay with Amira because Amira is a trans woman versus Georgia, who is a cis woman. When I say, because no shade, Charlie do be reading and he do be eating up, so that does sound like something he would say, but Charlie denying it, I was like, well, that's kind of something you wouldn't admit to. But then this is the gag. Charlie said, well, you know how I feel, and we've talked about it, but I can't say it. Okay. All right. So Charlie's saying, oh, well, we've talked about it, and you know how I feel. Okay, Georgia. All right, Georgia. You look just as guilty as Charlie. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you cool? Amira leaves. That's the end of the party. That's the end of the scene. Clearly nothing else was going on. I just say all that to say that this show is ghetto. I'm sorry. I did not sign up for all of this when I watched the first episode. It's good. I'm gonna be watching. I had to say something, but you know, it's good. Like I'm good on this show. It's good. I like it. Like, I don't know, but I mean, how many times am I gonna have to watch Ava Dash ask somebody to have a conversation with somebody though? Like, that's kind of okay. All right, girl. Whatever. But the rest of it, I just thought it was such a layered thing for Georgia, like, to say that. It was just so weird. Like, I was unsettled. My eyes widened. Mind you, my eyes had already been widened not because of Charlie eating up Brooks, but because Brooks was so bewildered that Charlie ate him up. Brooks was not ready. They sent Brooks out into war with a freaking pool floaty as a safety vest. Like, I do not understand why Brooks even... I don't understand why Brooks even went up there. Like, I would not play with Charlie like that. Like, I'm sorry, I wouldn't. Because then Charlie the type of person to say something that he found out from, like, two of your cousins that he just happened to run into at the 7-Eleven crypto bank machine. Like, no, I don't play like that. So don't try to be funny, because I forgot Ariana even had a DUI. Ariana ain't had nothing to do with the conversation. She just happened to be in earshot. All of a sudden now we talking about Ariana's DUI. I said, oh girl, Ariana, you irresponsible too. I'm sorry, no shade, but all of y'all, no, we don't do the drinking and driving thing. No, we're not doing that. We're not in the 1920s no more, where we're just trying to figure it out, and we're just, you know, where we gonna leave the dune buggy. But no, we're not there no more. So, that's just my review on, like, everything. This show, it just went so far left so quickly, and my mind is just so bewildered. Oh my goodness, my acne sticker came off. But my mind is just so bewildered right now, because I just don't know why, Georgia, why would you do that? Georgia, why would you do that? Like, it's not even the fact that everybody was getting along. It's the fact that, Georgia, if Georgia would have came out and said, oh yeah, and I would nod my head along too when he said it, or, you know, I ain't agree with it, but, like, she started out with, I didn't agree with it, but Georgia didn't back herself up in the situation, because once she said that he said it multiple times, I'm like, girl, multiple times you ain't defend me, girl. So now, it's not like he said it one time and you didn't agree with it. No, he said it multiple times, and multiple times you ain't stand up for me. So what's that got to do with anything? I know Charlie was defending Georgia, saying, oh, well, Kevin is a gay man, but no. In the same sentence, you are also disrespecting Amira. And whether Amira's identity is not for, you know, that's not for Georgia to weaponize. Like, that's really, like, that's the crazy part for me. When Georgia did that, I said, oh my goodness, Riley, where are you? Throw the glass. Oh my goodness. I don't wish violence on anybody, and I don't wish harm. I might wish that your right shoes go missing and you only have left in the closet. But at the same time, I'm gagged. I'm really gagged. Because right now, like, I'm being so for real. I watched Next Gen NYC and I watched The Valley. And right now, I feel like I am getting gagged and gooped. Like, I'm being so for real. The most ghetto show on Bravo is now becoming gentrified thanks to Lala. Okay. And then the most gentrified show of these transplants coming to NYC, now it's turning into Springer. Girl, Kevin and Amira just got dragged into whatever Charlie and Georgia had going on. That is crazy to me. Ow. I'm just so gooped. And then y'all defending Charlie. Charlie besties with a kidnapper. Like, he don't have to. This is my thing. Yeah, like, don't be out in public being besties. Don't be saying, oh, well, he misunderstood. We don't misunderstood. Oh my goodness. Like, I even reading the articles, like, no, it sounds like a Rick James situation, but it's still torture and kidnap. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. I can't even, like, I can't work myself up on it because it's just a reality show. Like, these are just characters. Who knows what's even really going on? You know, every time I see a Page 6 article, I just think it's from one of the producers on a Bravo show. Like, it's probably just somebody from Truly Original. Like, well, time to get the typing. You know, whatever. But I just felt like saying that. I felt like running my mouth. Like, I just finished watching this, and I was like, you know what? I have to speak. I have to say something. So, that's it. That's me. I just felt like ranting. Tell me what you think down below, because I really want to know what you think. All right.